The Dragon Ball Legends 7th anniversary is upon us, and it's shaping up to be the game's biggest and hypest celebration to date. And especially with a massive version update coming very soon, the possibilities are pretty much endless at this point. This anniversary is just seeming to have absolutely no limits. Sorry, the joke's been overdone, I know. So of course, with anniversary rapidly approaching, I want to make a prediction video, try my best to predict what we could possibly get throughout this anniversary. Now, there are a couple things to note about this case specifically. In terms of the celebration format, I'm going to assume it'll stay the same because why would they really change it? Now, obviously, this could very easily be subject to change. They could change things around. Maybe we get 3 LFs in part 1 instead of the usual 2 we get, and part 2 could be something completely different. I have no idea. Maybe they could do 2 ultras for part 3. I'm going to assume, though, that is not going to be the case, and they're just going to keep it just like the previous couple celebrations, so just keep that in mind. As well as also, we do want to take in consideration that there are planned collaborations for the 7th anniversary. I don't know exactly what this entails for us, whether it's going to be actual new summonable characters, or if it's going to be free-to-play characters, or it might not even be characters at all. We might just be getting collaboration items, backgrounds, titles. But just in case we do actually get collaboration characters, I'm going to be taking that into account with my predictions, so just keep that in mind. So I just want to preference, I actually didn't watch that video up until now, and I didn't realize that they already had a planned collaboration for starter packs with cards. So I guess that already knocks out one of the potential collaborations, which means, yeah, items are on the table. So all the character predictions I just made are probably not going to happen, or at the very least, most of them are not going to happen. So I just know that I didn't know when I was recording that video, but now I know. I my bad for sleeping in the day that video came out. My bad, gang. Anyways. So without a further ado, we have to start off at the beginning, of course. Part 1 of the celebration. What do I think we're going to get for part 1? This is where I'm going to slide in probably one of, not the most obvious pick I've been seeing everyone go for. LF fusing Super Gogeta. I think it's about time we get him. It's been genuinely about a year since we've gotten our last fusing character. And we got 2 of them when we initially got them with fusing Super Vegito and Gogeta Blue. And since then, it's actually kind of shocking how we've not gotten another one. So I would imagine this is about time to release the next one and, you know, make him pretty damn good, please. Who knows, this time around they could even add a new layer to the mechanic in the sense of maybe you can choose who you want to fuse into, in the sense of if you want to fuse into Super Gogeta or Veku. I know that's a really dumb idea, but like, hear me out, okay? Maybe you build Veku in a very good defensive way, and then Super Gogeta can just be the massive powerhouse, you know? But like, both characters can have different uses, I guess, and you can choose who you want to switch into, I guess, or fuse into, depending on certain conditions being met and whatnot. I don't know, it could be cool, but are the chances very high that they actually do that? No. Instead, they probably could just honestly release Veku as a 1% sparking unit alongside Super Gogeta as that, or they could actually just release a Gotenks from the Fusion Reborn movie. Who knows, maybe even make him a fusing character between Goten and Trunks, and boom, you got 2 fusing characters finally 1 year later on the same banner. Now, another option I could see happening, and it's something that some people have been kind of speculating on, I don't know how likely this is, but maybe we could get a revamped Super Spirit Bomb LF. Maybe it could be just a straight up another Super Saiyan 3 Goku that does a Super Spirit Bomb, or they could be a Vegeta unit, maybe an LF Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta that then has the Goku Super Spirit Bomb legendary finish. I know that would be kind of a little disrespectful to Vegeta, seeing that he's the LF character, but Goku gets the actual legendary finish. But like, it's another way that they could do it without just releasing a straight up another Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I mean, it could be a base Goku. I don't know. I just feel like the Super Spirit Bomb moment could definitely be represented again at this point, and with the whole correlation of 7th anniversary, 7 Dragon Balls, and they had to use all 7 Dragon Balls in order to even win that fight versus Kid Buu, restoring Goku's power, bringing everyone on Earth back to life, bringing the Earth back from the brink of nothingness. So like, it makes sense, but I don't think it's a guaranteed, confirmed pick for the anniversary, but it's something that I wouldn't mind seeing. The only issue with this pick, though, is I just don't really know who they would pick for 1% sparking units, because they have genuinely rinsed the heck out of the Buu saga, so I just don't think there's that many options. The only options I think they could do They could release a Piccolo from Buu Saga. They haven't done that yet, although to be fair, I know Piccolo doesn't really do all that much fighting in the Buu Saga, but I mean, they can come up with something at the very least. That, or maybe, I don't know, what Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman from the World Tournament. Like, I don't know, like there's still a couple options, but there definitely aren't that many. I mean, maybe they could go with a new Kid Buu. Maybe it's been a while since we got a new one, although we already do have a 1% sparking Kid Buu from like years ago. But I mean, nothing says they can't do another one. But I guess that's the one flaw of that pick, so I don't know if that pick is very likely, especially since they could actually just do a collaboration for part 1, which is where I'm gonna come in and make my first collaboration pick, or prediction, I should say. Now, the thing with collaborations, there's really only a couple of avenues I could really see them going down. I'd imagine, of course, the collaborations are going to be with other Dragon Ball related sources, so that would mean stuff maybe like Super Dragon Ball Heroes, maybe Fighters, Sparking Zero, stuff like that. Maybe even Dokkan, although I don't really know what they get from Dokkan, to be honest, but I mean, it's a possibility. So with this first pick, I'm gonna go with something from Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and I'm gonna go with Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. You're probably wondering why him specifically. Hear me out. Every single anniversary up until now has had Vegito represented in some fashion. First anniversary, it was LF Super Vegito. Second anniversary, LF Vegito Blue. Third anniversary, Purple Vegito Blue. Fourth anniversary, Ultra Super Vegito. Fifth anniversary, Ultra Vegito Blue. And sixth anniversary, Fusing Super Vegito. Like, he's literally been in every single anniversary. Whether he's been the headliner or not, he's been a part of it somehow. It feels like a tradition. Like, Vegito has to be a part of every anniversary in some way. So, in order to ensure that happens, this is exactly why I'm putting in Super Saiyan 4 Vegito as a potential pick, because it will be pretty hype, especially with the fact that we did get Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku this year. You know, obviously the release of Daima and bringing Super Saiyan 4 back, you know, being canonized and all that. I just feel like a Super Saiyan 4 Vegito would be cool. Obviously, it wouldn't be the exact Super Saiyan 4 that we just got, you know, from Daima, but like, it's still Super Saiyan 4 though. And even if they don't go with Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, there's like infinite options. Like, they have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito they could go with. They could go with Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, although at that point I'll probably just go with regular Super Saiyan 4 first. Heck, they could even go with Super Saiyan 3 Vegito if they really wanted to, but I feel like maybe Super Saiyan 4 Vegito will be a little bit cooler, and then him alongside Super Gogeta could definitely be a pretty cool combo. It'd almost be like last year. I guess sort of a downgrade from last year, kinda, but like, I don't know. I think it would be just as cool, honestly. And that's pretty much what I would guess we would get for part 1. I'm gonna be honest, outside of Super Gogeta, I just don't really know what to actually expect for part 1. I mean, maybe there's a chance we could get more Daima stuff. Maybe this is where they could slot in mini Super Saiyan 3 Goku that potentially revives into Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Maybe, or they could do that for part 2. I have no idea. I'm gonna throw it out as an option, but I just don't think it's a very high chance of that happening. So that's pretty much part 1. Let's move on to part 2. Now with part 2, this is the part of the celebration where I just felt like I could not really come up with the best idea ever of what they would actually do, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'm going to get this very, very wrong, but who knows, there's a chance I actually do get some of the picks right. Starting off with a potential collaboration pick yet again, I'm gonna go with the Sparking Zero route and just pick Gohan Black at this point, because listen, Gohan Black, for such a cool character that he is, it actually is quite sad that he's only relegated to the Sparking Zero story mode. He's not even a playable character or anything in that game. And the fact that he has a brand new unique model, unique dialogue and everything, like, come on, like, he does deserve better. Like, you know, maybe one of these other games, like Legends in this case, could come in, take him, and just bring him into a new scene and just bring more life to that character, because, like, I just think it would be cool. I think it would be cool, and then also, you know, maybe it helped promote Sparking Zero a little more, although I don't know if they really need it, but like, I don't know, just I think it would be a cool option. I mean, yes, it would be another hybrid Saiyan technically, but like, it would be future as well. Like, I don't know, like, it would buff quite a few tags, and if they make him good enough, he could genuinely be a very interesting top tier character. So hey, I'm all here for a Gohan Black, honestly, so I'm just throwing it out as an option. The only issue with that is I don't know who exactly they would pair him up with in terms of another LF or whatnot. I have no idea, but if they don't go that route, then this is where I'll probably just slot in more Daima stuff, and maybe we could finally get that revival Super Saiyan 4 mini Goku. Who knows, maybe alongside mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, we finally get the mini variants of both of those characters in the game. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't want that, to be honest, considering how hated the Daima tag is right now. Like, extremely hated. But eventually they're gonna drop more Daima stuff, whether you like it or not. Whether it's during Anniversary or it's after Anniversary, it's gonna happen. So you better prepare yourselves for the impending doom that is more Daima buffs. I know, shocking, but it's coming, don't worry. Another option they could also do from Daima as well is finally release Goma as a Legends Limited character. Either a Legends Limited or a 1% Sparking, but I feel like he does deserve to be a Legends Limited because, I mean, he was the main villain towards the end of Daima, and he was a very strong one at that, and he could definitely be made very, very good and defensive in game to match how he was in the series, so he could definitely be a very interesting character. So I'd imagine, you know, they could throw that out at some point, maybe during Anniversary, who knows, I don't know. And last but not least, one more possible scenario that they could go with for part 2, I definitely don't think it's very likely. I know some of you guys are probably going to question me for this, but listen, we could go down the superhero route yet again, and we could get, first off, a playable Cell Max. Now, I know they haven't done playable giant characters yet, but this all depends on what they do with the big update. I have no idea what they will exactly do with the big update, whether it'll add the ability for them to make giant playable characters or not. But if they do actually add that ability, we could definitely see Cell Max being a playable character, considering he's gotten pretty much almost no representation in the game. I know you do have the Magenta unit that does have the Cell Max attack and all that, but like, that's literally all we have of Cell Max. Like, Cell Max does a lot more than just that in the movie. So, like, you can definitely make a full-on character out of him, make even a full-on Legends Limited unit out of him, and make him just playable and whatnot. But, of course, it all depends on what they actually do with this update. So, if they don't add that ability, then there's just zero chance of that ever happening, I guess. But if it does happen, and if they do release him, then they could easily just slide in another Beast Gohan. But they could do it as a tag unit with Orange Piccolo. So, like, we could finally get that unit, I guess. I know it'd only be, like, 6 months later, or however long it would be after the release of Ultra Beast Gohan. But, like, seeing as they've released a Beast Gohan, like, literally 1 year apart from each other, I don't see why they couldn't just do another one, honestly. Only 6 months apart. Like, they love Beast Gohan, clearly. So, I wouldn't be shocked. Obviously, I don't think it's the most likely option for this anniversary, which is why I put it last for part 2, but I'm just saying, there's a chance. There's always a chance. Now, finally, we reached part 3 of the anniversary, which, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like there's only one option for part 3 if they actually go with the same format that they've always been doing of just one new Ultra release, and that's none other than Ultra MUI Goku. Like, who else would you really put as the main Ultra for the 7th anniversary? I just don't think there's a character more hyped than Ultra MUI Goku that deserves this spot right now. Like, I just don't think so. Like, the fact that it's been 3 years now since we've gotten our last MUI Goku, and he hasn't even Zenkai Awakened or anything, is kind of crazy, to be honest. And ever since Ultra UI Saiyan Goku came out, the idea of an Ultra MUI Goku has just been hyped up beyond belief. And even before that, but it was more so being hyped up afterwards. And people thought he was going to release during Festival of last year, and I was also one of those people. But then they ended up going with Ultra Beast Gohan. So, which is why I feel like if they don't do Ultra MUI Goku now, who the heck else are they going to pick? I mean, maybe they could go with Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku from GT, but, like, I just don't know if he'd really be worthy enough for, like, an anniversary Ultra, especially the 7th anniversary Ultra. I mean, it's a possibility, but compared to the main, shiny, most obvious option you have with MUI Goku, I don't see why you wouldn't pick him over Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Just saying. Although I guess one other option that I wouldn't mind seeing, I don't think is really likely at all, but I'm going to throw it out there just in the off chance. Maybe an Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Goku for Resurrection F. I just think I want to see this more so because I'm just imagining the cool ass intro that he'd have of just being covered in white and then the shards just breaking off and then oh my god, bro, that intro would go crazy. The Ultra Ink animation as well, oh my god. But I do agree that would probably just serve better as a random monthly Ultra release. But I mean, like, if they were to release it for anniversary, everyone else in the world could complain. I don't care. I will be the one Ultra Blue Goku defender. I don't care, man. Sign me up, bro. Sign me up, man. Now, of course, there is always a chance. Is this going to be the first celebration we actually get our first Legends Limited Ultra character? Maybe. Who knows? And at that point, I feel like, honestly, Ultra MUI Goku would be a pretty damn good pick, honestly, as the first Ultra LF unit. it's a possibility. Who knows? Maybe they could even do 2 ultras, but at that point, like, who would be the second ultra? Like, I mean, I guess Ultra Jiren if they really wanted to, but I think I'd personally skip that. I'm not gonna lie. I guess there's a possibility they could do a collaboration unit as one of the ultras or as the ultra, but like, who would they do? Unless they collaborate with the Dragon Ball Super manga, which no game has done other than maybe like Heroes and whatnot, but like it's not something that's gonna happen. Like the chances of that happening are literally like 1%, maybe even less than 1%, honestly. So I mean, it's a possibility. I just don't see it happening. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Predicting for this anniversary was a little tough, at least as of right now. I don't know how other people can really do predictions like months away from anniversary. Like I don't get it. Like this is only like maybe like 3 weeks away from anniversary, maybe even less. I don't really know what else we're gonna actually get other than Super Gogeta and MUI Goku, and who knows, those options aren't even guaranteed picks, but I just feel like they're the most likely options. Like it feels like they have to happen now in order for like expectations to be met, because if not, then people are just gonna riot. And I might riot, honestly. I guess one last thing, I guess to fill up the last collaboration spot, I'm just gonna throw out a random option. I'm just gonna go with maybe they finally release Shallot as a playable character, and I'm talking about the fusion specifically between Shallot and Giblet. Maybe they could do an actual tag unit fusing character into Shallot, but like I don't know if that'd count as a collaboration though, because it's literally from their own game. So I don't know if that'd be a collaboration thing or what. I mean, technically it's a collaboration between Shallot and Giblet. They fuse, but like I don't know if they count that as a collaboration. I don't know. I genuinely cannot come up with another collaboration idea. I don't know. I actually don't know who would fill up that last collaboration spot. You know what? You guys in the comment section can fill in that last spot. Who do you guys want to see as the last collaboration pick, and who do you guys want to see just in general for the anniversary? Feel free to leave your predictions down in the comments down below, and leave a like down below on the video if you enjoyed as well, and also subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10K. You know, it would be quite nice to reach that this year, please. And while you're at it, click on this video in the middle if you actually want to watch another video from me. I'd highly recommend it, actually, if you enjoyed this one. I feel like you'll definitely enjoy this one even more. It's got like actual gameplay and everything. Like it's actually sick. It's sick. Maybe I'm overhyping it now, but like it's cool. Just give it a try if you want. Anyways, bye.